Radiant team pick.
Hello everyone and welcome to the joinDOTA League Season 2. This is the America Region Division 1 and this is going to be a two-game series for the round robin stages for between NoEarthSpirit and CNB. I am Roxas and I will be your caster today. So let's go ahead and hop right on into the draft.
Disruptor!
So they're moving through it pretty quickly
Dire
here.
team ban.
NoEarthSpirit, they go ahead and ban out Naga Invoker. And they know that they get first pick, so they don't ban out the Batrider. CNB, they go ahead and ban out the Dire Side Lycan, as well as the Darkseer. So NoEarthSpirit secures
Dire
themselves
team
first
ban.
pick bat. The CNB responds with a Potom Ember Spirit. In the meantime, NoEarthSpirit responds by
Radiant
picking
team
up the
ban.
Disruptor, a hero that is not as common, but can be played very, very well by someone that is comfortable with it. And God, they do not care about reserve
Radiant
time,
team pick.
two pretty aggressive support's going to be banned out that pair well with Mirana in both Shadow Demon and Vengeful Spirit. Also Shadow Demon incredibly good against Batrider, so really good to ban that. Alright, sorry, I just had a weird feeling that my mic was muted because it just seems like that would have happened. But anyway, Dream Protector
Dire
OD going
team
to be banned
pick.
out here from CNB. They go ahead and pick up their own Shadow Shaman, which would be a really good hero against Ember Spirit. Also works very well with Mirana, so they're going to be able to pick that up for themselves. Plus, NoEarthSpirit would do really well with the Shadow Shaman on the Dire side, but using the Serpent Wards to be able to take in a really, really early Roshan. So, we spent about 40 seconds to get halfway through the draft. Now we're here halfway through. And
10 seconds remaining.
NoEarthSpirit, they're looking to pick up their mid, their carry, and another support.
5 seconds remaining.
A bit of lockdown. I mean, Glimpse is okay. It's not exactly a stun. You usually want
Reserve time.
stuns. Stuns are good. They're overrated, but they're still good. So, with the Batrider, which is probably going to be off lane, I think Puck works pretty well here. It can be kind of hard with having both the control from the Shadow Shaman, but Puck lanes very well against both Potom and Ember Spirit, whichever one decides to go mid, and the Silence does very well against both of them. Storm Spirit is on the board as well. Dire Side TA can work out. I guess they don't really need too much control because they do have a Batrider who is kind of the king of that. And he's banned most of the time. We don't actually get to see him. I do actually enjoy seeing him, even though he's super broken, just because he inspires a lot of pretty aggressive play. They could go pretty late here as far as classic, as far as
Radiant
what
team
the con with the
pick.
Batrider. They could pick up a Lifestealer if they really felt like it, but he would have a hard time. So after a while, they
Dire
go ahead
team
and pick up a
pick.
Wraith King, probably a Wraith King support. On the Dire side, still good for taking Roche with the Vampiric Aura if they feel like it at a certain point. And they go with a Brewmaster mid.
Radiant
and CNB,
team ban.
They had this strategy in mind. They pick up the Nature's Prophet, they want the global presence, and they want to be able to split push and take towers. A strategy that we did not see from them in the last series at all. But Brewmaster, he's been a hero that we've been seeing picked up more and more lately. People realize that, one, he is a pretty strong laner, and two, well, his ultimate, he can just turn fights really, really easily. So, he's kind of like Weaver in the sense that you can try fighting him, getting him really low, and if he just has his ultimate, he uses it, and then all of a sudden
10
the fight
seconds
turns the other
remaining.
way. And he's a blink and go sort of hero. He does fall off a bit.
5 seconds remaining.
But that's where Bat comes in. Bat's pretty good late. Wraith King can kind of transition as well. And Disruptor, if
Reserve
he gets an Aghanim
time.
Scepter later in the game, all of a sudden he has access to an AoE Doom. So, NoEarthSpirit, they're looking pretty well rounded so far. My main concern now for CNB is just they're so squishy. Yeah, they have decent late game in theory with all of their cores, but
Radiant team pick.
I think getting through the laning phase might be pretty tough, and also the mid game as the laning phase is breaking down, when Bat gets the Blink Dagger and all of a sudden the pickoffs become really easy. It's not that you can't expect to never get lassoed and ganked. It's going to happen. So my only concern is that whenever that does happen, it's going to be so easy to burst down these heroes for NoEarthSpirit that CNB is going to
10 seconds remaining.
be really, really cautious and immaculate with their positioning.
5
That's just a
seconds
hard way to
remaining.
play. Not that it's impossible, but it's just hard. Because you can't know where everyone
Reserve
is on the
time.
map at every time. You need to also make sure that you're not getting out farmed. So if you weigh both of those things, you have to go out on the map at some point. And have to gain map control in some way, usually by being aggressive. They're probably going to try to obtain the map control with the split push from, Malfurion. But still, this last pickup's going to be important for them. They need a support. The Rubik was banned out. Would have been a really smart pickup, but not going to be able to get it. They don't really necessarily need lockdown. They could probably go for, oh my god, a Pugna.
Dire team pick.
Well, secret push strat, support Mirana. Now we know what it is. So before,
Silencer.
oh my god, there's this carry silencer. All right. So anyway, this was actually pretty well hidden. Looked like they were going to pick up support, but now with the Rasa and Nature's Prophet, they looked like they had some element of push, but not necessarily all in push strat. But now the secret Pugna pick here for 40R, going to be their carry, and it's going to be a support Mirana. Hopefully Ned does not build a Radiance on support Mirana, but we'll see what he decides to go for here. And the carry silencer, something that we've seen experimented with. He actually will do a lot of damage. He does very well with farm, especially with his agility gain. It's absolutely absurd. If you look at like a chart of just agility gains and all Dota heroes, then it's like just a bunch of agility heroes and then silencer. It's really weird. But turn up mic volume in game too loud. My mic volume is all the way up. Maybe I can turn down voice volume? I guess that works. I'll see if that works. Wait, why did I disconnect? That doesn't make any sense. All I did was open the menus. Come on, Volvo. Anyway, we do have the ceremonious pause, so it's going to be working out anyway. Let me look into my sound issues for a bit. There was a bit of a swap. We're also waiting on CNB to pick up their last hero here. I don't know. These drafts are both pretty unorthodox. Carry Silencer, he doesn't really have too much anti-push. There really isn't that much anti-push aside from Firefly on the side here of Ban Earth, NoEarthSpirit, but I don't know. This is still pretty all-in. I mean, there's decent late game with Ember Spirit and Mirana, but I mean, you have a Pugna carry, so you really want to try to end the game pretty early. So once again, this is going to be a 2-game series between NoEarthSpirit and CNB. Just for joinDOTA League Americas Season 2, Division 1. Let's look at the standings if we only have the time. NoEarthSpirit is currently sitting at 4-2, and CNB sitting at 2-6. So pretty down there. They really need to be getting some wins if they need to. Otherwise, they're going to be knocked down to Division 2. But now we have Potem back on the board. So let's go ahead and see what the players on the carry, or at least on the mid lane. It's going to be 40R on the Pugna. Baga going to be playing on the Rasta. 0101 on the Ember Spirit. In the off lane as the Nature's Prophet, we have King RD. And on the support Mirana, it's going to be Ned. On the side of NoEarthSpirit, we're going to have Fan of Sion, the stand-in. We're going to have MG as the Disruptor. Yuna going to be taking up the reins on the Wraith King. Batrider going to the off lane, played by 4. And I'm a Sheep Sucks, going to be playing in the mid lane as the Brewmaster. So just moving out, making sure there's control of the jungle and the safe lane. NoEarthSpirit looks like he will be heading out to the mid lane. There's a tree, just spotting out, going to be able to see where everyone from NoEarthSpirit is, and not going to be able to get it. Tree will time out. So cool. And apparently I'm a Sheep Sucks, first time on the hero. Ever? No, I doubt that. I doubt that, but still. It's the first time for everything, right? Like Dendi in the TI3 qualifiers did play, played Lone Druid mid for the first time, and he just did his best. It's whatever.
The battle begins.
Alright. Well, as a creep spawn, rune will be top. It will be a haste for MG. Let's see how he's able to get done with that. He's not really the scariest level 1 haste rune hero. Someone like a Tree and Protector is pretty scary. But Disruptor, not the most. Yeah, he can just run at you and right click you and maybe throw a Thunder Strike, but it's not the scariest thing in the world. So, NoEarthSpirit mid lane going to be against the Brewmaster. Both players should be able to get their farm. I would give a slight edge to Brewmaster, just because of being able to constantly haze their opponent. And actually, Disruptor looks like he's going to be trying to go for a chicken snipe here. Guys, he does see, well, there's a poor man's shield and a stick, so not going to be able to get the chicken. I guess he did that before checking the items. He's going to be going ahead and moving top. Or he's going to be trying to go for the Nature's Prophet. He knows he has trees level 1, but Nature's Prophet sees it coming, so all he's going to do is Thunder Strike and run very quickly back to lane. Tri-lane bottom, though, it's going to be doing its best to zone out the Shadow Shaman or the Bat Rider, and he does have Firefly level 1, so he'll be okay. If he gets shackled, though, into an arrow, he's going to die. He'll be first blooded. And, well, Rasa Baga, he's going to be putting priority on this, as he has picked up a very quick smoke, level 1. Or not, well, level 1. He picked up a very quick smoke, so he's going to be wanting to at least do something. He didn't do it at the very start, but NoEarthSpirit, he already needs to pull himself some regen. The harassment from the Brew is actually pretty ridiculous. He's just been walking up and thunderclapping. It's a lot of damage to really deal with. How much damage is it level 1? I think it's just 100, but NoEarthSpirit, quite a squishy hero, and he picked up this 4-man shield to help him with the physical harassment, but not too much right click coming out. I guess he was expecting the Mirana mid. Or, sorry, he was probably expecting, I don't know what he was expecting. I guess 4-man shield's still really good, but I won't overanalyze that anymore. In the meanwhile, carry silencer, what we normally see is something going for like, let's go for a chicken snipe. I'm not going to be able to get it. But normally going in for something like a Force Staff or a Scythe of Ice, Aghanim Scepter. And obviously all the Ent items are great, but it kind of puts a burden on wanting to make sure you get Ent steals early. Well, a 101. MG, he's here with an Invis Rune, has a Thunder Strike there, but Flame Guard, he had enough mana for it, so he's going to be able to live there. Chicken Snipe going to be coming in. King RD waited very patiently, and he gets the courier.
Has been killed.
Did that have a bottle on it? Yes, it did. So I'm a Sheep Sucks does not have his bottle for 3 minutes. Looking pretty good for him then. In the meantime, Pugna down bottom gets some pretty good free farm. I'm currently sitting at 14 for 4 against the Silencers 16 and 0. So they're both getting their farm. Mid lane's pretty even as well. And, I wouldn't really give anyone too much of an advantage coming out of the laning phase, besides just CNB, if for nothing else, that they got the courier kill in the mid lane, which could be impactful over the course of the next few minutes, but you never know. Could be the biggest heal in the world. Could be
Dyer's
not the biggest heal in the world. He's not a hero like Shadow Fiend that
Radiant's top tower
really depends on bottle crowing. It's nice, but not the most necessary thing in the world, and it's already back in 90 seconds, so whatever. Meanwhile, trying to get some pulls, but Batrider, being an obnoxious son of a gun with Firefly, still level 1 though. He's been zoned out of the experience range extremely well, and that's a triple range lane, and any lane with a Potom going to be able to zone you out. Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet's already at level 3, so CNB really winning in their off-lane differences. Doing great there. And I'm a Sheep Sucks, and NoEarthSpirit. So whatever, 16 for 3, 13 for 3. Totally even. But now, there's a smoke from the supports. Yuna's there. There's a Wraithfire Blast. It's going to be coming up, but Searing Chances there as well. Glimpse should be saved. I'm a Sheep Sucks is backing up, and they don't go for the glimpse. All right. Well, meanwhile, Baga, he just is level 2 as well. Still does have that smoke, because they decided to go roam on the Brewmaster. They really need to try to do that before he's level 6 at the very least, and he's at level 5, so their window of opportunity is closing. Fam 7's having an easy enough time against this Nature's Prophet. He can really just harass him out of the lane super easily, especially just with using the last word. And he's leveling up Glaze. So just with the orb blocking, he's doing a lot of damage for only 15 mana. Double damage activated by Yuna, but is being pinged out by Nature's Prophet. He's like, hey, they're ganking me here, so I'm coming bottom. Let's just push bottom. While Pugna picks up the mana boots, adds a 3 points in another blast, so this tower should go down pretty easily.
Radiant's
But
top tower is under
he's not
attack.
really that worried about it. He's already going to
Dire's
sack and farm the
bottom
jungle.
tower is under attack.
And if anything, this is just going to be bringing
Radiant
him more
structures are
experience to a
fortified.
closer space. And well, when you're against a Pugna, like, and if you're in a position to be able to trade towers against him, totally fine. Which is what CNB's or NoEarthSpirit's
Dire's
looking
bottom
to do right
tower
now.
is under attack.
Mid lane, I'm a sheep sucks.
Radiant's top
Getting gone on
tower
the
is
flame
under
guard, has a
attack.
thunderclap there, he has his bottle, so now he can bottle up. He doesn't have his ultimate just yet, but the
Dire's
triple
bottom
remedies
tower
there,
is blood.
and the first blood. Gonna be going the way of the 101.
In flame.
Easiest kill of his life. So, meantime, the bottom tower went down, the top tower still has not gone down. There has
Radiant's
been a
top tower
glyph,
is
and
under
Dire
attack.
burned their glyph. Yes, they have. Well,
Dire's bottom tower
Nether
is
Blast
under
is a
attack.
really good ability, and they have the Ring of Basilius, they have the Matrix Prophet as well, so this tower's going to go down. There's going to be a TP in from Brewmaster, Batrider's coming in, but he's only level 2. He can't really do a whole lot. Drunken Haze onto King RD, Baga throws out the Ether Shock, he also
Dire's
throws out the
middle
Shackles,
tower is
but
under attack.
do you really want to be fighting them?
Radiant's
Nether Blast
top
does a lot
tower
of
is under
damage, though. There
attack.
is a Decrepit they need. Oh, but the arrow hits. That's such a good arrow coming in from Ned. Yuna, he comes in. He doesn't have a Wraithfire Blast. All he has is just right clicks. He doesn't even have his ultimate. And now he has to back off. One more right click and Pugna going to be able
Dire's
to do
middle
it.
tower is under attack.
In the meantime, mid tower
With me.
being harassed by creeps. And, well, 4-0 currently for the all-in push strat. Looking pretty good so far. Silencer, he's got a lot of gold. I hope he does not buy a Hand of Midas, but we'll see. He's probably just going to pick up treads. Hopefully something reasonable. You're against an all-in push strat. You don't really need to, like, buy a Midas or anything. But I was going to be going straight for an Orchid
Dire's
Malevolence,
bottom
so
tower has
that's good
fallen.
too. Orchid, one of the best items on Silencer because you can silence people
Dire's
and
middle
then
tower is under
get
attack.
the last word and the Curse of the Silent off of them, I believe. I forget the exact combo. Okay, so you silence them, use Curse of the Silent on them, and since they're silenced, they can't cast a spell, so they just lose a lot of mana, and then they take a lot of damage, and then you just last word them, especially if they run out of mana. So it's pretty nice. Pretty annoying to deal with, too. And it doesn't really cost Silencer a whole lot, plus it gives him more attack damage and mana regen. All things he really needs, so. And it's a cheap item, has one of the best build-ups in the game, so I love that item. Anyway, I'm Sheep Sucks. He has his ultimate. He's being gone on here by 0-1. I just casted him like 2 games playing PN. I can't remember his name. I'll look at it in a second. But Hand of Midas now up on King RD. Probably going to be going straight for the Necronomicon after maybe Phase Boots or Treads, something like that. MG doesn't really have much, just got some wards. And Wraith King doesn't really have much as well. Batrider, he's almost dying in neutrals, but he's pretty close to Blink. He's made some decent recovery in the jungle. So he's pretty much on track for that 10 minute or so Blink Dagger and level 7. But my main concern is what is my main concern? My main concern is that I don't think BKBs are going to come out early enough for NoEarthSpirit to really matter. Because the Pugna Ward I think is just going to annihilate them in fights. And then the towers, they can just be sieged super early. They can't really deal with Nether Ward. And the counter initiation with the Ember Spirit as well as the utility that a Mirana grants you and the disable from the Shadow Shaman. At a point also, you can just drop wards on a tower, doesn't care. He's almost going to hit level 6 as well. And that's why they're giving him the space on the bottom lane to be giving him that. So Wraith King, but then picks up an urn, just good item. Gives you some strength, gives you some mana regen, but oh, the arrow lands on I'm a Sheep Sucks. Are they able to burst him down before he gets his ultimate? Yes! They got it with the triple remnant as well. Very well shot there from Ned to get that, weave it right between the creeps, and I'm a Sheep Sucks goes down, currently sitting at 0-2. 5-0 at the 8.5 minute mark for CNB. Very good start for what they really want. They do need to be looking for this mid tower soon. Nature's Prophet does pick up the Phase Boots. So they're going to start working on that Necro book. Batrider, about 6 rounds away
Dire's
from the
middle
Blink Dagger,
tower
has
is
a
under
triple
attack.
stack to farm, so he's going to be having that early enough. Pugna Did pick up a mech, as we mentioned. Just has a Ring of Basilius, whether he wants to turn that into a Vlad's or go for a Necro or an Ags of his own or go for some sort of mobility item remains to be seen. He's a pretty flexible guy. Yonder he wanders. Anyway, grouping up mid lane, going to be happening now. Moonlight Shadow's not on the table just yet. Mirana is not level 6. Remnant is there spotting it out. Most heroes are down here. I'm a Sheep Sucks went down to farm the bot lane. He's not going to have a Blink Dagger for some time. But that, he has his Blink Dagger right now. So 9.5 minute Blink Dagger for being level 1 at like 4 minutes. Not bad at all. Top tower, middle tower, no glyph. It's going to go down. They'll have a glyph for the tier 2 at the very least. But still, you got Nature's Prophets. It's going to be always pushing out the lanes. Can always join these fights at any time. Really smart coming out. Ned thought about the arrow. So this is my main thing. Like, yeah, you can take really good team fights if you're NoEarthSpirit, but I don't think that CNB needs to ever put themselves in a position where they have to team fight you. And you're missing a core item on the Panda. At least you have the Bat. Like, it's going to rely mostly on Bat to be making this play happen and make sure that he breaks his stalemate with a lasso, but it's going to be a while before he has a full step as well. Oh, but 0101, he gets caught, and he's going to be able to Remnant. He's silenced up, and Global's going to be used. Obviously, it's not even going to be able to get him. Glimpses there as well, and there's a flame break. Barely got away. Stealing 2 end. That's his first 2 end of the game. And Pawnem comes in. He gets lassoed, though. Brewmaster ultimate is there. Silencer dies in the backside of the fight. We have the Pugna and the Shadow Shaman as well. Yuna, he's coming in. He's going on the pond, but there's a buyback coming up from Ember Spirit. And Pugna, he was lifted up into the tornado. There's the Boulder Smash as well. And the damage, but Iron Sucks, his ultimate is down. The mech is popped. The Decrep is there. And the Mirana is able to kill him up with the Starstorm. And in the meantime, Nature's Prophet, he's come in. He has the TP, or has the right clicks. Reincarnation is going to be used. Static Storm was not used. Only Kinetic Field. Yuna, he will be able to get away. But now the mid tower, probably not so lucky. There is a glyph. They might be able to buy some time for that. They don't have global on that. Oh god, that hurts so much. Sprout is there. A little arrow a little bit off the mark. Searing Chains is there as well. But Nether Ward, gonna be a huge pain in the ass. Especially because anytime Silencer attacks, he takes a hit from it. Serpent Ward's gonna be committed. Glyph not going to be used. They know that the tower's going to go down.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Looks like they want to fight. Oh my god, Silencer just actually got a little bit greedy there as far as his position. He's kind of hanging out with no health. More treants coming up. Mech's going to be used. Firefly going to be trying to get some anti-push done here. But they're going to go to the bot lane. They don't want to lose their advantage here. They know there are tier 1s and tier 2s and a tier 2 top. It's a lot easier to be getting a hold of. So 10-2 at 12 minutes. As expected, when you have all the towers, well, your net worth is a lot higher and the EXP graph's a lot higher. So Batrider really needs to be getting these pickoffs. In that last instance, the buyback and as well as the wraparound coming from Pugna and Shadow Shaman really kind of put a wrench in his gears, but still. Pawnem is going to be going for this Force Staff. Support Pawnem pretty flexible. Force Staff is never really a bad item ever. What I like about it in particular is just being able to Force Staff people when they just get out of position when they get stunned by a Wraithfire Blast, mostly. Also, you can force staff people to chase Batrider, I guess, or if you see Bat blink in, you can force staff him out of position. Like, if you were to blink here and you catch him before he turns around, you just force staff him. And that's kind of a pain for him, because he just goes into the team, and now he has to travel twice as far back. They are going to be trying to go on this top lane here. And yeah, they're going to be able to get it. Silence is going to be committed for this lasso there as well. Ember Spirit, you're going to lose another 2 ent. And, well, goodbye, son. He almost got it there, but now he's lost 4. It's going to be hard to cast the spells that you really need to in these fights. So, they do commit a couple ultimates there. Meanwhile, space is bought in the rest of the map, and Pugna will be going for the Necronomicon as well as Nature... No, Nature's Prophet's going for an Orc Malevolent. So the control is going to be coming out from the Nature's Prophet, while the push is going to be coming out from the Pugna. So, good stuff, good stuff. Speaking of Ned, well, I didn't really speak of him. He's fishing for an arrow on I'm a Sheep Sucks. See if he can get it. The creep is being pesky. Patient. He keeps stopping it. Nature's Prophet, he TP'd in as well. Where did he TP into? Or he canceled it, so. He did not TP in. They were waiting. If he got the arrow, then Furion was going to TP in and going to be able to finish off the kill there. Moonlight Shadow. Gonna be using it. I'm a Sheep Sucks. Didn't notice Blink. Wait, Ross has a Blink already? I'm a Sheep Sucks. He's gonna go down. Arrow at short range as well. Oh, he gets the ultimate off. The Netherwood, they didn't get it. She needed to commit a Starstorm, not the arrow. The Serpent Wards are gonna be dropped. Serpent Wards are gonna be dropped to try to secure this kill. Nature's Prophet TP's in.
The other don't come.
Nature's Prophet going to be TPing in. They're going to be cleaning up the fight. So, tower going to be going down as well.
Dyer's top tower has fallen.
And now the march begins. This is a 5-man pushing strat. You got the Nether Ward. You don't have Serpent Wards just yet because they were committed in that fight. But this is going to be 2 towers down. Mech, pretty easy. Necro Book 1 is going to be online pretty soon. And, oh, wow. That was a really good remnant to counter the glimpse, and Slated Face is going to be able to clean up MG there. So.
Dyer's
all towers out.
Tower has fallen.
Pugna, Nature's Prophet, Shadow Shaman, too strong. They all have items now. They've got a huge item lead. Bat needs a lot of items as well, and I'm a Sheep Sucks. Needs a lot of items. He went for his phase boots. He's really far from a Blink Dagger, and he's not really particularly tanky when he doesn't have his ultimate, so. Give me a moment. Alright, so hopefully there are less issues with my volume. Anyway, going on back to the net worth, it's skyrocket ahead. Shadow Shaman actually has more net worth than our carry silencer, who does not have his work finished. To be expected, there is this huge surge in items when you just have all the towers down, and the best thing that one can do is just take control of that by getting map control as well. Smoke ganking the jungle like they are right now. They see 4 right here, Blink, Hex, Jackal's going to be there as well. He actually is going to get stomped as well. The Satyr is going to be helping out. Almost gets denied. The Nature's Prophet going to be able to finish him off there. Fan of 7, I'm a Sheep Sucks. And 0-1-0-1. Just everyone's backing off. Yuna, he's got a bracer. He's pretty far off from any sort of initiation. I guess they don't really need it because they're going to be having the initiation from Bat as well as I'm a Sheep Sucks whenever he gets his Blink Dagger. But Serpent Ward's going to be dropped to take Roche. I'm not sure who I would favor in the Roche pit. I mean, I guess I usually always favor Bat, but he's smoked up. He's going to be going down here. They can just siege us, so I'm a Sheep Sucks. He gets arrowed as well. He's going to get orchided. Global Silence is going to be used, but Fan of 7. Oh, but there are so many con the static swimmer kinetic field. There are 4 right there. Flame Break going to be on everyone as well. Everyone's incredibly silenced, but only the Rasta goes down. Everyone else lives. Buyback from Rasta. Unit's going to be going down as well. Ned, he gets spite stunned. And with the Incarnation comes back into a Sprout. There's going to be a life drain. There's the arrow as well. And Bat Rider, well, he's going to try to snatch this Aegis. I don't know if he can. Oh, well, not when they're Slated 5th span. They know that he's up there now. Vage, he's done up there. He's going to be going for his own Necronomicon. Nature's Prophet. TP's in. He's gonna find the Orchid, but are they going to be able to find the Sprout? He can Firefly out in a bit. They aren't going to chase. They're just going to finish up the Roche here. It's going to be a little bit difficult with just Pugna and the Spirit.
Has fallen to the Radiant.
And now Ember Spirit, he's immortal. So not to say, I mean, this is definitely not seen coming in the draft for sure. So kind of difficult here for NoEarthSpirit, but still, just going for that carry silencer is like. I see that you want to take really good team fights against a push draft and kind of not let them siege your towers, but I think you have enough with the Panda and the Bat Rider, I would think. And I'm all for experimenting, but still. Anyway, Nature's Prophet ult did hit, so they know that there's vision here. Arrow just flies and hits, and not going to be followed up, because there are a lot of heroes there. Is their ping's going out mad. I think Bat Rider is saying that there's a ward here. He was hit by the ult here. So, what do you do if you're NoEarthSpirit here? You just try to wait? Like, do you have better late game? NoEarthSpirit's still pretty good late game. He's going for his own Battle Fury too. He's going to be hitting up pretty hard. Nature's Prophet can do really well late game with the items. When there are a lot of Necro books, it does get really hard to fight. And Silencer isn't known as just a super late game carry. Can do well, but he's not known for just always doing well as long as you just give him the time. You know, Rasa is a support that scales very
Dire's
well.
bottom tower is under attack.
So, Wraith King, he doesn't really have anything. I don't know what I would really want to speculate here. I would just speculate that NoEarthSpirit's like kind of screwed, but I mean you can't really bet on that because a few good pickoffs. They do have a lot of good team fight potential with Global Silence and Bat Rider. If they pick off 2 heroes off the bat, get summon a Static Storm, Kinetic Field, and no one gets to cast their abilities, well, you know, then all of a sudden you take the team fight really well. And it's really easy to take those fights on the team onto the high ground.
Dire's
However,
top
the
tower
hardest
is
thing
under
is just
attack.
maintaining map control, just not getting out farmed all the time. Smoke, 5-man smoke getting used, but disjointed. Glimpse is going to be back. They're going to be using everything here. Thought they were going to drop the kinetic field. It's just support Mirana though, so it's really not the biggest deal in the world. And a 5-man smoke for that, they still don't even have map control, so I really don't think that was worth it. Nature's Prophet going to have his Necro 2. Pugna has his Necro 3.
Mega kill.
And, well, Ember Spirit just finds a kill because he's Ember Spirit. And Force Staff going to be coming off the bog. More positioning. You don't really need more Necro books, but later in the game, if you really want to be a dirty son of a gun, you can build even more Necro books.
Uproot and after them.
Between which, Nature's Prophet had Necro 2 on the way. All the lanes are staying pushed in as well. So, I don't know, I just feel like there's not a whole lot to talk about. Like, NoEarthSpirit's kind of cornered in the base because all their towers fell down before they had their key items. And they're going to get out farmed because there's no map control. And just CNB just doesn't have the worst late game in the world, even though they have a Pugna. Because they have a support Mirana that can transition. And Pugna, he's not the greatest late game, but it's just like, it's not even all in, I feel like. It kind of just feels like something like Luna or Leshrac, where it's like, yeah, you get towers early, but it doesn't mean that you're sacrificing the late game. So we'll see. Nature's Prophet ult hits. Oh, but Fan of 7, he caught an arrow. There's going to be the life drain there from 40R, and the Ether Shot's going to be able to finish him off. And there's a Hex. More he gets Hex, is going to go down to the Necronomicon creeps as well. The right click from Palm going to be able to finish him off. And, well, now there's a Sprout. There are going to be some trees summoned. There are Necro minions. There's going to be Serpent Wards.
Dire's
It's
middle
going to be
tower
the
is
first set
under
of
attack.
frags. Glyph is available if they want to use it, but Necro 3 now done on Nature's Prophet. He'll be able
Dire's
to
middle
TP in
tower
that in
has
just a
fallen.
moment. That's definitely going to go down. Timing is such. He blinks in with the clap. He has the ultimate use as well, but just GG is called by Silencer.
Radiant
They don't want to
victory.
do this. So, voila. We're going to be going into game 2, everyone. Thank you for watching. And so we're not going to be wasting any time. We're going to be getting straight into the next game, and this is once again a 2-game series. So next one will be last. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.